Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Morsel Online, the second era. This is Fun Gaming Connoisseur here, and today you're watching episode 89. And so today I'm with Mr. Jevons, and he just got hit to Meduli. And while I was waiting for Mr. Jevons to come along, this guy here, Mongoli, he approached me and he asked me whether I was the one that was looking to buy some azurite. And of course I had no idea what he was talking about, because I clearly wasn't the guy that he was looking for. But just as we were talking, Mr. Jevons showed up, and so now we're just having a conversation here, getting to know this guy. So he says that he's doing business. What's the price of cuprum? Anyway, so okay. So Mr. Jevons is here to help me gather supplies, because just now when I logged in, I went to gather Eliva from the hills, not too far from here, and of course the reason why I went all that way to get Eliva is because Meduli is clearly not a place like Tindrem. You know, if you've been into Tindrem and you started off the game in Tindrem, you probably know that in the Tindrem Gardens there is all kinds of useful supplies like rice and purple flowers and all kinds of things that you can get right in the Tindrem Gardens. Okay. Okay. I was about to tell him that I'm gonna make another round to get Eliva. So I've got quite a bit for Starkania, but now of course Tibus has no food, and I'll just tell you what happened earlier on. So when I logged in at first, I was quite hungry. Tibus was starving a bit, and so I looked around and I thought to myself, what is there that I could eat? So I went and looked around, and I saw all these plants lying around, and I'll just show you one plant that is of interest, and I'm going to warn you about this plant. So let me just find one for you to have a look. Okay, so the plant that I'm talking about is this thing here, the phasal bean. And now, when I saw the phasal bean, the first thing that came to my mind was baked beans. It's baked beans. Is one of those foods that you sort of enjoy eating, at least for me anyway. And so when I saw phasal beans, I thought to myself, "Oh, wonderful! It's the in-games version of baked beans." So, without thinking too much, I went and picked quite a bit. And at the time, my hunger was something like 400. So I picked as much as I can, and I ate something like 89 units. And after that, after I ate the phasal beans, my text chat box says that my tummy is beginning to ache. And the next thing I knew, I was vomiting all over the ground, and I had eaten enough faisal beans to make me throw up not once but 3 times. And so I really had a bad experience. So for those of you who are new to this game and you started the game in Meduli, I just give you a word of advice: do not eat faisal beans unless you cook it first to remove the poison, at least the whatever is inside that makes it that gives you food poisoning. So I'm gonna remove that. Okay, so Mr. Jevons logged off. So he's gonna. Okay, so just let me check the. So there's a bit of a conversation going on. So just let me see what he's been saying. He might have said something to me. Any weapon crafters around? Oh. What do you need? Okay. Alright, so I think he's gonna log his weapon crafter. Okay. So who's the guy that was Kelly Life? Okay. Alright. So I got rid of the faisal beans. So yeah, I was going to do the crafting episode for this one, but circumstances just made it so that I'm just doing an episode on Meduli instead, because it just so happens that I'm gathering supplies for Rainan and Starkania, and of course I'm meeting up with my friend. And so I'll just tell you a little bit about Meduli and what I think of it. It's I do have to say that Meduli is a very dangerous place by far, compared to, I mean, Tindrem is dangerous, but Meduli is another, it's another level altogether. Just going to the graveyard by itself is dangerous enough. As you probably saw in the previous episode, I was making my way to Meduli, the graveyard in Meduli. Okay, so Salius, that's his crafter, I believe. So I was making my way to the graveyard in Meduli, and it was just halfway. I was just halfway to the graveyard when this mounted red player came along and killed me. Okay, just let me reply to him. Oh, never mind. Okay, come to the bank. Ah, there's Salius. Okay. So yeah, Meduli is a very dangerous place, I have to say. But that's probably a good thing as well, because it means that there will be a lot more things happening, and it keeps things interesting for me, I suppose. And it won't be like being in Tindrem, where it's just a place full of guards, and things don't really happen without their intervention. So, I think I've made the right choice. And I do like how the city is, everything is laid out, very close together, and everything's right by the coast. Flake Bly Jevons. Okay. Let's just try it on. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so just let me remove my yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll just chat in hopefully nobody's around to hear it. Hopefully no one else is in the area. Because if there's a red player, then they could. Okay, that's great. Cool. I'll do that now. So it's good to have friends to play this game with. It'll definitely help out a lot in the long run. Because especially when you're just trying to get yourself settled, it can be rather difficult to play this game on your own. Although it's not impossible, because I have played this game solo for quite a long period of time. When I first started doing Let's Play videos, I was pretty much a solo fighter, and later on became a fighter with a little bit of magic on the side. Okay, so he's going to, so Mr. Jevons, I'm still trying to, so he's got several characters. So Sullius is his crafter, and Mr. Jevons is obviously his fighter. And okay, so I remember from 2 episodes ago, I think he said that Jevons is his, I think it's his cook or something. Yeah, something like that. So Mr. Jevons here would be his fighter. Okay. Oops. Okay. QPO. Okay, that reminds me of the group of guys that I met. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It definitely looks better than my rags. So nice. It does look like the sword. It does look like the sword that I crafted some time ago, but which I lost due to that red player killing me. How's my reserves? My reserves. 3289 out of 3289 out of 4100. Hope I'm looking at the right reserves bar. Yep, it is. Wow. Okay. So I've got 156 hunger, so sapid raw whole rice. Well, that's pretty good. Yep, I'm definitely very thankful for the help. Okay, I'll put the rest away in the bank. Oops. Yeah, definitely feel much better. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, okay, so last time Mr. Jevons he ate walker meat, so obviously the Walking Dead. And so for those of you who don't know, this world is very much it's a very open sandbox. Anything that you pick up from the ground, or you pick up from the loot that you get from the from mobs and other players, there's a high chance that you'll pick up something that you can eat. You can eat all kinds of things, barring things such as metal or stuff that you can't really eat. But other than that, you can eat quite a number of things. So yeah, you can even eat wood, believe it or not. So this game does give you a lot of freedom. Oh, something happened. He found something. Okay, is it this thing here? Bacillus, okay. Ah. Oh, it's been depleted. Okay, I think there's some more over here. This is bacillus. Looks like phasal beans. No, it's bacillus. Okay. So, okay, it's been depleted. Okay. Yeah, he's probably going to use it for cooking. Okay, let's continue. So normally, Tybus normally just eats whatever he can find, provided that it's okay. I have. Okay. Okay, I've not used numlock too often on my little gaming laptop, which is the Origin PC Eon 11S. Okay, So armorer and sword crafter. Okay.